Welcome to Let's Get Into It. I am your host, Sherelle Higgins. Let's Get Into It is a safe space to have real conversations that are meant to uplift, encourage, and let you know you are not the only one dealing with life. Each episode of Let's Get Into It is designed to provide illuminating and thought-provoking information on a variety of topics. In fact, no topic is off limit. If you would like to see a topic discussed, please feel free to make a recommendation. My special guest and I will have a great time discussing topics that the mainstream media wouldn't dare discuss. We will bring these conversations to you with an open mind, respectfully, from different perspectives, and most importantly, with love. Thank you for joining me and my special guest. Now, let's get into it. Hello, and welcome to Let's Get Into It. I am Sherelle Higgins, your host, and I am excited about today's show because we are going to be talking about chicks who watch football. And so, we have kicked off the NFL season. We are entering week 5 on Sunday. And of course, we got Thursday night football tonight. And so it should be a good game. And so I wanted to do this show because oftentimes you hear women say that they don't particularly watch football or like sports, in general. And so I always look at my timeline on social media and I love when I see chicks wearing jerseys and representing their teams. And so I thought we would have some fun today and start by having some chicks on Let's Get Into It. And so I am going to bring my guests to the stage, and I am going to start with, of course, another Bears fan, my sister, Jackie. Hey, Jackie. And she came with props, so there's about to be some fun. She got lots of props.
Hi.
I am going to also bring to the stage Miss Tracy Player. And Tracy, welcome. Tracy got her prop up in the background. I love it.
Nation.
BSU. I am going to bring Miss Jessica to the stage. Hey, Jess. Jess got her props. Yeah, she got the little raggedy cowboy. It's all good. And last but certainly not least, I am going to bring in my cousin Melinda to the stage. Hey, Melinda.
Hey.
So, ladies, thank you all for joining me for this fun day. Of course, Jackie and I have props because we are real fans.
I have my purple cup here.
Okay, all right, come on, cousin, come through with it.
That's right.
And so, ladies, I have questions for you. So let me ask you this. And I'll call your name and then you can answer the question. So Tracy, do you watch college football or you just watch the NFL?
I don't watch college football unless it's Virginia State or when my son was playing football at Bowie State. So no, I'm just an NFL girl.
Okay. What about you, Jessica?
I watch college football. I am a huge Penn State fan, but I watch almost all college games because I love watching the kids go from college to the NFL. And then I sit and watch the draft, and my husband thinks I'm insane, but it's like I'm like 4 days of my life, like till midnight, whatever. Like I just love seeing, like I cannot stand Ohio State, but Marvin Harrison Jr. the third, he is like amazing, and I watched him in Ohio State, and now I'm watching him play for the Cardinals. So I love just watching the kids grow to be professional players. Like I love it. Yeah, I watch college football. I watch all sports, but yeah, I watch it all.
Okay. What about you, Melinda?
I do not watch college football. I'm a new NFL fan. But
Welcome.
I do watch the draft, and I follow the players when they're drafted. Most of them anyway. The ones who are drafted on day 1 and 2 mostly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jackie, what about you?
Now, I watch some college ball, but not a lot. Of course, if we get Virginia State, I'll watch the game. And then, yes, I jumped on the bandwagon. I'll follow Dion.
Yes. Prime time.
But I will watch the draft. I attended 2 draft events when they were held here in Chicago. Had a ball.
Nice.
Of course you did.
Me, myself, and that.
And I don't particularly watch college football. I do watch Virginia State if they put it on TV. And like Jackie, I jumped on the Dion bandwagon, so I'm here for it. I'm hoping that he does extremely well and win that championship. But he's building his team, and they are looking good so far. And I don't like college football because it's too many different leagues. Too many different Pac-10, Big 12, this conferences is the word I'm looking for. It's too many different conferences. And I can't keep up with all of that. It's too many. Okay. So let's go. So Melinda, you said you were new to watching the NFL. So how long have you been watching the NFL?
Probably, I like faithfully watching probably about 8 years or so. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm still learning the rules, and I ask a lot of questions. We're watching the game and stuff. But,
you want to
not during the game. Write that question down.
Right.
During halftime.
Right. We'll go over it after the game.
Right. But we go to a lot of live games. Like we're trying to go to all the stadiums, and so over the past few years, we visited 7.
Oh, cool! Oh, that's cool.
Cool. Have you been to the Soldier Field?
No, not yet.
Come on.
Don't go in the wintertime. It's not.
No, that's football weather.
No, ma'am.
We went to Pittsburgh in the winter, and it was freezing cold, and it was raining too, I think.
Oh,
it was brutal.
Good. So, what about you, Jess? How long you been watching the NFL?
Probably since 5 years old.
Okay.
Since I was 5, my dad, he is a Cowboys fan, and I would just climb on the couch in his lap and just watch football, and it's continued tradition. I mean, Sunday is dedicated to NFL. I get to his house at 12:30, which he lives right across the street, so I just walk across. We got our food, and we watch all the games starting at 1 o'clock until the 8 o'clock game is over. And it's just me and my dad. We have his and her recliners, and we just watch football and talk, and and he's just is so knowledgeable in football, and he's taught me so much over all these years, and it's just, I've been watching it for a very long time.
Okay. What about you, Tracy?
Well, similar to Jess, I can't remember the actual age, but there was a rivalry in my family. My father was a Redskin back when it was the Redskins, and he loved Joe Theismann. And so I watched a lot of Redskin games, but then my mother was the Steelers fan, and she was the Steelers fan because she was in love with Franco Harris. I don't know if you remember Franco Harris. She adored Franco Harris so much that my father actually went and grew a beard so he could look like Franco Harris, so my mom would love him as much as she loved Franco Harris.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And what about you, Jackie?
Oh Lord, because I'm older, so I can't really remember that far back. However, it was years because Dad had no men in the house. So of course, back then you got one TV, so you watch what he watching. But then as you keep going and you start enjoying it once you become a cheerleader in high school, of course. So I just adapted.
Yeah, I don't remember when I started watching either. I don't ever remember not watching it.
Right.
And like you said, once we were cheerleaders, you had to be at the game, so you might as well enjoy it. Yeah, I don't remember ever not watching the NFL. And so, okay, so you all told me a little bit about how you started watching the NFL, and Tracy talked about how they ended up being the fan of the teams that they are fans of. And so, Melinda, how did you become a Ravens fan?
Well, so in a previous life, we followed the Steelers, but then I was divorced, and so I didn't follow any team. And then a few years later, I met Robert, and he's a big Ravens fan, and I like being with him. I like going to the games. I like watching the games with him. He explains things to me, and so I have become a Ravens fan.
Okay.
That's how I started following the Ravens.
Okay. And Jackie, how did you become a Chicago Bears fan?
Well, it was either that or say that other team and get hurt that's in gold and yellow nearby. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm a Chicagoan. It was no other team for me to cheer with. It was the only team I knew of. And I love my Bears, even when we went away to school. Cheering for the Bears.
Absolutely.
Watch the Super Bowl in the dorm.
Absolutely, we did.
And we can tell now, broke rules, cooked food in there. We had a brunch for the game.
Now you can switch.
Statute of limitation over.
Okay, so Tracy, how many Super Bowls have the Steelers won?
100.
Good answer.
You see my eye roll, right?
6, right? I think it's 6. Is it 5 or 6 rings? I think it's 6.
Okay.
I think it's 6.
Mm-hmm.
But I could be wrong. It's either 5 or 6. I should know that, but
that's okay. We'll work through it. Cowboys. Not the off-season Super Bowls that y'all went into, but actually
5.
Okay.
We have 5. Super Bowl 30, we did beat the Steelers.
Okay.
Never happened again.
We haven't been since, so maybe this is our year.
And what about the Ravens?
I believe it's 2. They've won twice.
Okay. And of course, the Bears have, Monsters of the Midway 1985 Super Bowl champs. Don't put on the Super Bowl shuffle because they ain't ready.
That's what it was. 1985.
And just since they started the Super Bowl era, of course, prior to the Super Bowl era, the Bears were racking up on championships. So, but I'm just asking about the Super Bowl because y'all might not go back that far with y'all team before they had the Super Bowl. So, question. Who would you say, if you had to pick one player, regardless as to when they played? We got some people on here talking about egos. We ain't got time for that. If you had to pick one player who you thought was a really good player for your team franchise, who would you pick, Jackie?
Ooh, let me see. That's playing now.
No, they don't have to be playing.
From another team. Oh, goodness. That's
from another team. I thought it was from your team, not
it's from your team.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Can I bring sweetness back?
You bring sweetness back. Come on, Walter Payton.
Can I bring 34 back?
Okay. I'm gonna let you have Walter Payton and I'm gonna pick somebody else.
My bad. See, we think alike.
What about you, Tracy?
Mean Joe Green.
Okay. I liked Troy Polamalu.
Oh, I like him too, but I love me some Mean Joe.
Yeah.
Y'all saw that commercial, right?
Yeah. Melinda.
I like Ray Lewis, number 52.
Okay.
Number
There you go.
52.
Come on, man. What about you, Jessica?
Well, there's so many greats from our team. We got Tony Dorsett. We've got, of course, Emmitt Smith, the best running back of all time.
Z-Fi, and he's my frat.
I mean, Michael Irvin. You got Troy Aikman. I mean, and the team now, we got Micah Parsons, 11 from heaven. He's amazing. I love him. He is like my favorite player right now. My favorite tight end, Jason Witten. I mean, I can go on and on.
Me too,
But-
girl. So, I'm going to go with Mike Singletary. He was an awesome linebacker, not to mention Brian Urlacher was an awesome linebacker. And we had Dick Buckus, so we could all probably go on and on.
Mhm.
Can't go anywhere without Devin.
So we have a question. I'm going to put it on the screen from Sharon that says, why do you all like football?
Ooh. It's the excitement,
Yes.
the adrenaline when you're watching and know what you're watching, and it's your team. And here's the kicker: on Sunday, unfortunately, if my team loses, it's kind of hard to watch the other people.
Yes.
Because you kind of took something out, but it's just the game of the sport. I love a lot of sports also. So.
What about the rest of you all?
Yeah.
Well, I like football going back, all those years because it brought my dad and I really close. That was our thing. And so if I had been a boy, he wanted me to be a boy. I'm sure he did. And I actually played football when I was younger, but as I got older, he was like, okay, no more playing football. You're a girl, And so, that was just our time, something for us to do together. So it just continued on as I got older.
Okay, what about you, Jess?
Yeah, the same. I mean, it's the excitement of watching the team. I mean, and I understand the sport, so it's easy for me to watch it because I understand it. Some people don't understand it and they don't get why do you spend your day watching football? Because they don't understand the sport. I love it. And also the same, me and my dad, it's something we do together every Sunday. We sit together for hours and, we'll be watching the game, but sometimes maybe we'll have like an in-depth conversation about something else while we're watching the game. Okay. So it's just like, it's just, I don't know. Football's just amazing. I just love it.
Okay. Melinda?
It's the same for me. It's a bonding time, time to ask questions and learn, and the excitement of the game, especially when we go to the live games. I really enjoy the whole excitement and the atmosphere. And like, we just recently went to the Cowboys game, and the stadium was insane. Like, it was half filled with Ravens fans, and we were screaming and doing our we did. I mean,
yeah, because I'm pretty sure we left the game pretty early.
Yeah, a lot of people left. Yeah. So
I mean, I'm talking about the
Ravens
players,
fans
not so much the fans. The players left early.
I like football because to me, it's a great sport, right? Now, Sharon also says, how do you deal with the, where did that go? How do you reconcile with the brutal aspects of the game? I don't necessarily see it as brutal, but I do recognize that, any given play, somebody can get severely injured, right? But I think that the league is doing a much better job of trying to protect the players by, installing new rules every year to talk about how you got to hit a player, and then, calling the penalties when they, do maybe a head-to-head collision or a horse collar or whatever. I just think it's exciting. You just never know who's going to win the game. It's any given Sunday. Anybody could win the game. Unlike some of you all on here, whether my team win or lose, I still watch the rest of the games that come on. And so I hate when they put like really good games on at the same time. And it's like, now I got to be switching back and forth and I got to try to figure it out. But I just love it's an exciting game, especially you don't even have to know all the rules, but if you just understand the basics of the game, then you could really get into it. And Marquita said she liked to watch it.
That too.
Nice little
Those some big brothers out there.
I always say my favorite position is the tight end.
And it's funny because she liked them little raggedy lions.
Detroit.
So whatever.
Oh yeah, those uniforms were really lit on this weekend.
Mhm.
Yeah, those uniforms was on point.
Man, they
Yeah,
were
I like
amazing. I
Mhm.
love the helmet.
Yes, and under the lights, the way it was hitting that blue, it was amazing.
Mhm.
Janine said, agree 100%. It's hard to continue watching when your team loses. I'm gonna go out on the limb and say that Janine likes the Commanders, so she's probably used to the team losing. And
But it's okay. Congratulations,
Actually been
Janine.
doing better though.
yeah,
Congratulations, Janine. Your team is in
4
first
games
place.
in.
They have a decent quarterback this year.
Yeah, and last year they won like the first, 2, 3 out of 5, and then they lost the rest of them. So we gonna see how it goes.
Yeah, which I watched Daniel McDaniels play in the in college, and then watching him come to the Redskins or Commanders. I always call them the Redskins. I can't.
I know, me too.
Can't get behind Commanders, but
Oh, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. Janine said absolutely not. She's an Eagles fan.
oh my God, even
I know
worse.
that's right. I like the Eagles. I watch.
No. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't support that.
Right.
But they do have 2 of my best players from Penn State, Jahan Dotson and Saquon
Well,
Barkley.
look at Pittsburgh. Who do they have from us?
Mm.
Who? From where? Say that again.
Pittsburgh.
Justin Fields, come on now.
Justin Fields.
Where's he from?
Justin Fields came from Chicago.
I didn't know where he came from.
Yeah, he came from Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, and I believe he came from Ohio State before that.
He's
Yeah.
doing well too. He might get that permanent spot.
I know
Russell might
that's
be in
right, and
trouble.
I ain't gonna be mad. I'm rooting for Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah,
Yes, and the
Russell-
Bears got
Russell
DeAndre
Williams-
Swift
Russell
from-
Wilson's in his feelings right now, so
Is he? Well, he cried hurt, so that's what were they supposed to do? I mean,
yeah, they benched him.
And as much as I like Russell Wilson, it may be just time for him to retire. Right? He's been in the league a long time. He got his Super Bowl rings, and you
And his
tend to
money.
get
Money.
hurt.
Right. And his money.
Yeah, and his money.
Teams.
You tend to get hurt because you're old. He ain't really old, but you older for the
Thank you.
game of football. And so at some point, you just got to say, okay, I've had my good run. So who's your team's rival in your division?
For us,
Right.
it's the Steelers. We the Steelers.
that purple one in the corner.
And of course,
Yeah.
for us, it's the cheeseheads.
Yes, absolutely. Green Bay
Green
Packers.
Bay. Out. Don't walk by me and.
Look, Marquita said Russell needs to go and make some videos with his wife. Okay.
Yeah, I was really excited at first about him coming to the Steelers, but now the quarterback is doing so well. Fields is doing so well. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
He might need to go make some videos with his wife.
But she can work it.
Yeah,
Right.
she's still making her music. Cowboys rivals, I mean, everybody in our division. They got the Eagles, the Giants, the Redskins. I mean, they're just every one of them.
Yeah, the
biggest rival is the Commanders.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's the biggest rival. If you could put, that's a good one. Thank you, Porch Prophet. Come on, Robert. If you had any position, what would it be? On the sideline.
Wide receiver.
Right.
I would be a wide receiver.
I like to be a quarterback.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking quarterback because I feel like our quarterback sometimes hesitates too much to throw the ball and he gets sacked. So I'm like, throw the ball.
Yeah, but your quarterback makes a great running back.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of rushing yards.
You're creating, you're executing plays. You the man.
Right.
Anything else? Okay, yes. Block me, keep my pocket, but I ain't trying to get hurt.
I ain't trying to get hit, so I'm gonna be on the sideline. I don't mind. I don't
Look,
mind.
you need some Gatorade.
Because if they hit me in my back one time, it's over. I'm like, Coach, take me out.
Are you gonna holler sub?
No, I'm gonna be like AB. I'm gonna get my jersey taken off the field.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown, that's who I'm gonna be. Marquita said she'll be a kicker.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, yeah, that's a
I
good
don't know about a kicker because they come charging at you. They
Yeah.
might.
Well, kick and
And
run.
try one of your legs up in the air. Oh no.
Kick and run.
That's
Kick and run.
not as safe as it sounds.
Mhm.
It
Exactly.
looks good on screen.
Right.
I don't know. Let me call Robbie Gold. Let me call Robbie.
Oh yeah, we thought he was washed up, and he didn't messed around and went out to the 49ers and was doing his thing. That's funny.
Ray Sean might be listening. Don't say that team.
I know, right? He don't want none. So at my house, we have a house divided because I'm a Bears fan and he is a Commanders fan. Unfortunately, he just doesn't know any better, right?
Right.
So it's always fun to get, when we play each other. And the last time we played each other last year, we went to the game.
Ooh.
And we, was out there tailgating with some friends, and it was, of course, mainly guys, and they were all Commanders fans. And I was out there, dressed head to toe in my Bears gear, and they was talking so much trash. Oh my goodness, they were talking some trash.
But at
And
the
then
end,
the Bears stumped a hole in them. And when that game was over, guess who was talking all the trash?
I wonder who.
right.
Who?
Look, she went live through the hallway.
Oh, you already know. Going all the way through. Let's go, Bears. Let's go.
I know you were so annoying.
I love football because you get to talk a lot of trash, right? But then when your team not winning, you really can't be saying that.
Yeah.
So I know Melinda and Robert, they have somebody give some feedback. I know Melinda and Robert, y'all both like the Ravens.
Mhm.
And Tracy, who does James like?
James is a Commanders fan. He is DC. He's a DC person, so it's always DC.
Mhm.
Okay.
When I was trying to find my cup for this tonight, I couldn't find anything but a Commander's cup, and I refused to drink out of that. So
Thank you.
My kids are also Steelers fans, so they moved out, and when they moved out, they took everything with them. I was like, good Lord, I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, I'm with you, Tracy. We got some Commanders cups in this house. I refuse to drink out of any. Won't catch me with that crap.
Everything Bears in my house.
Hey, come on now.
It's some Bears.
Sharon said I was a Commanders fan since 1972.
So he was a Redskin fan.
Right.
Redskin fan, unfortunately.
So was my dad. So
Janine says I got kicked out of my section once at a Redskins game because McNabb was killing them with his legs.
Donovan McNabb is from Chicago.
Oh, come on, look at that.
Carmel.
I actually have a Donovan McNabb.
I thought you were going to say
Eagles jersey. He
okay.
signed it. I met him once. He signed it.
All right.
Oh, that's cool. Did you frame it?
Cutie pie, huh?
Yeah.
Did you frame it?
No, I haven't. It's just hanging in my closet.
Oh, you should frame that. Especially
That's memorabilia.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of it.
Okay.
Oh, Marquita said good for James because a bunch of people from DC thinks it stands for Dallas Cowboys.
Oh no, not him. Not him. He loves the Commanders.
I say that all the time when Commanders, Redskins fans start talking smack. I'm like, well, do you know what DC stands for? And I'm like, Dallas Cowboys. Especially when we go up to the game and watch it. That's not FedEx Field anymore. I think it's Northwestern Field or something like that now.
Oh God, I couldn't quite keep up with all that.
Yeah, they changed the name. They right before the season started, they dropped FedEx.
It's not FedEx. Well, I drive by it every day and didn't even know that.
Yeah, they took out. It's like Northwestern or some kind of bank.
I still call it FedEx Field.
Yeah, really.
Because my son went up there for something, and I said, "Oh, what color lot are you in? Like red, purple, orange, green?" And he's like, "I don't know. It says like BD05 or something." It's really weird now how they have the parking lot labeled. It's no longer.
I'm gonna go look tomorrow.
Yeah.
Missy said, "Steelers forever, Tracy."
Yes, friend. Yes.
Yeah, right. Singular.
Yeah.
Well, Tracy and I have a big game Sunday night. We are prime game at 8:20.
Who's gonna win? Who's
Okay.
gonna win?
You know who's gonna win? Steeler Nation, baby. What you mean?
Probably the Steelers, but
I was just asking for a friend.
You asking for me? Oh,
So, Jess, does your husband watch football?
he got into football because of me.
Okay.
They're Patriots fans. I have 2 Patriots fans in this house. Bradley, which is my oldest son, and my husband. My husband is from Boston. So like we're Boston Celtics fans. I am a Red Sox fan for baseball. But when it comes to football, I am Cowboys. They're Patriots.
Okay.
So they don't affect me. They're more Steelers and Ravens issues, but you don't have to worry about the Patriots. They're
yeah.
They're right there with
You're right. I forget about them.
They had their run, so it's all good.
They had it long enough.
Yeah,
Too.
they had it. So, but then I go to my parents' house. My mom is a huge. She'll tell you, I am not a Commanders fan. I am a Washington Redskins fan. She tells everybody that. So
the same result. It don't matter. Call them whatever you want.
yeah.
So Kiki says, "What would be your second team choice?" That's a great question.
Yes. I have 2 actually. I have one on my AFC team. If I were to root for AFC, I am a huge Chiefs fan.
Okay.
I used to watch the Chiefs back in the day. Gosh, a long time ago. When I was in elementary school, I did watch the Chiefs. And if I have to root for an NFC team that is not the Cowboys for whatever reason, of course, if NFC team goes to Super Bowl, I'm rooting for them. But I do like the Chargers.
Okay. Oh wow. Oh, that's interesting.
I like watching the Chargers. I have a little crush on Justin Herbert, you know.
Okay. Quarterback. Okay.
Yeah. But no, I like watching the Chargers play. I think they have a great team. He's a great quarterback. But I said, I don't root for them unless they're not playing the Cowboys. But yeah.
Okay. What about you, Jackie?
Ooh, man. Okay. Back in the day, don't tell soon to be brother-in-law, but I used to like the 49ers back when they was doing their thing in the early 90s. And of course, back in Jerry Rice, woo. Other than that,
that's his name.
The Eagles.
Okay.
I do like Philly.
Okay. All right. I'm sure Robin on the line. I'm sure she's excited to hear that.
Yes. Yes.
What about you, Melinda?
I find myself watching the Texans games from time to time. I really liked them when Deshaun Watson was playing with them, but then he got traded. But yeah, I watch them because I live here. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you in okay.
Yeah.
Tracy.
Wow, I don't know. That's a hard question because I just love my Steelers, but I guess I would go with the Commanders because I'm living here in DMV and my husband is a fan. But then again, it's anybody who is playing the Cowboys.
I have to go get my sunglasses.
The most hated and most loved team.
If that's what you need. So yeah, back in the day, my team would have been the 49ers.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick another team now, I would go with the Kansas City Chiefs. I just think they got a lot of talent on that team. I love the coach.
Yeah.
He seems to be a really good coach and connect with the fellas. He has a good coaching strategy, and so I really like them. And I'm glad we're talking about the Chiefs because I got 2 questions about the Chiefs for you all. The first question is, do you think the Chiefs, okay, just take y'all team off the table. This don't have nothing to do with your team. Okay. So do y'all think the Chiefs are going to do a three-peat?
It's possible.
Hard question because they are really, I mean, they're winning, but barely.
Right.
And they have 2 key players who are now out for a while.
Yes.
Which is Rice and Pacheco.
Yes.
So, but they do have talent on the bench that they are brought in. It's just hard to say because, I mean, they're winning literally by the skin of their teeth.
Right.
A win is a win.
A win is a win. But it'll be good. And like you were saying, Jessica, by maybe midway to get an idea how they look.
Yeah.
Are we running out of gas?
Okay. What about you, Tracy?
I'm not sure. I really haven't been following them, to tell the truth. I mean, like everyone says, they are a talented team, so it is possible. And nobody right now is really dominating. So,
Right.
Like,
it's anybody's game, but
it's anybody right now.
Early. Yeah.
Like right now, like I would say, like if the Steelers keep it up, I feel like the Chiefs may have a little difficult time.
Are you saying ring number 7?
What? I'm just saying that, AFC, you guys are looking between you and the Chiefs. You guys are like the top team right now, really. So I don't know. It's hard.
I'm excited about that.
It's still early.
It's still early. It's only 5 weeks in, so it's still kind of early.
But one thing about the Chiefs is towards the end of the season, because they've been there, they know how to kick it up and do what they need to do. And so I think it's a real possibility that they could, but again, it's anybody's. Marquita must have missed when I said we taking our teams off the table because she said, nope, I thought the Bears were going for the 3.
Don't do that.
The Bears win every game, so
we win every week. If y'all believe what DJT says, we win every week. And so, Melinda, let me ask you this question. What do you think about the coverage that Taylor Swift gets because she attends the game?
It's too much. I think they're way too focused on her and her outfits and how she reacts to their plays, and it's what they're. I mean, but the other on the other side of it, they brought in fans. Like there's younger people that are more interested in the game because of her. But I just don't see. I'm not really a Taylor Swift fan.
Right.
So I couldn't even sing one of her songs. But
heck, I don't even know one of her songs.
I don't understand the why she's so popular, like why they're so focused on her and Travis Kelce. I really don't.
Okay, Jackie, what do you think about?
I don't get the point either. I don't know Taylor Swift's whatever. Don't know her music. But it's all about football. I don't need to know about her.
Right.
What's her point? What is she bringing to football?
And why do we care what she's wearing for the game?
But you know what? That's her fans initiating that. So, hey, I need to go get my fans.
Jessica, what do you think?
You know me, I'm a Swiftie.
Oh, my bad.
I've already been to the Eras tour a couple times.
So what's one of her songs?
Which one?
Oh.
I mean, which album? She's got 11 albums. So.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I love her. I mean, I love Travis Kelce too. He's a tight end. Like I said, is my favorite position. So I just think it's just a sweet story that how they found each other at the concert in Arrowhead. So I don't know. I'm opposite of I love it when I see her. I'm like, oh, it's Taylor. Like I'm a huge Swiftie. I mean, she plays. My kids my son's like, turn it down, especially when I drop him off in the morning at school, because I have Taylor. Taylor plays like 24/7 in my ear on the car wherever I go. I'm a huge Swiftie, so
and I can dance to her music.
So probably not really. You probably really can't dance to her music, but when she comes on, I mean, I'm bopping. I mean, Alexa plays her when I'm cooking in the kitchen. And
oh, look, Marquita just said, "Yo, Alexa, play a Taylor Swift song."
Yeah, I mean, in the midst of a tour, she released back to her Tortured Poets album, and it was over 30 songs. Wow. I mean, just in one album, while she's been on tour for 2 years. She finishes her tour up in December, but she's been on tour for 2 years, and she's already released an album. She's working on her 12th album that she's going to release.
Yeah, she's in tour.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, I love football before I love Taylor, so. So just seeing her at the games is just a bonus.
What about you, Tracy?
Well, I think it's a major distraction. I'm not a Swiftie. I'm not against her, but I'm not a fan. I felt like in the beginning of their relationship, I could understand them always showing her and him. But now, if they've been together for a minute, and I think it's time for us to move on to something else, someone else, someone else's girlfriend, someone else's wife. And clearly they've used this as a marketing tactic, but I think it's time for us to let it go.
Okay, so let me just tell you what I think. I love every minute of it because I'm like, I wish I was Taylor Swift. And they would be sick of me. I would be up in there clowning for every game. Because if my man played for the NFL, you think that they'll be looking for me in the stadium like, oh, we need her. I love every minute of it, right? Because she's not asking for it, right? That I know of. And that's just, the level of fame that she has. And so, now that she's coming to the game and she's bringing new fans to the game, I say more power to them. And I don't necessarily think it's a distraction because you don't miss no plays because they showing Taylor Swift, right? You don't, they just, paying her and she, when she's celebrating and then they move on. And then when it's something to celebrate, they show her again. I love it. And I love the idea that, she's such a huge superstar and Travis Kelce is a superstar in his own right. And that they came together and put forth a positive image of what a relationship could be at those levels. And I think our younger kids who look up to these superstars need to see that. And so I think, whenever there's an opportunity to show some positiveness to the kids, it's a good thing. And if my man played, I would be up in there with my Bears gear on, or whatever he played for.
Three Musketeers.
That's a good question. Sharon said, did you all boycott the NFL during the kneeling situation? Me either. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We watched.
And I'm all about power to the people.
Nope.
I'm all about power to the people. We need to stop all the police, harassing and killing and all of that. But I'm not boycotting the football.
I didn't boycott.
No.
I don't. I could. I mean, I see the connection as it's related to Colin Kaepernick, right? And Dylan. But in terms of what that had to do with me, I couldn't make the connection. I think he should have had a right to kneel if that's what he's supposed to do,
right.
To show his support and for George Floyd and what was going on. But I don't know that really translated over to me not watching the NFL. And what's interesting to me about boycotts, particularly in this day and time, we're not built for boycotts, like our ancestors were. They were willing to walk to work when they boycotted the bus, right? Because of Rosa Parks. We're not built like that. And most people who said they was boycotting the NFL, I guarantee you they all watching the games now. And there's nothing changed as it relates to that.
They may have missed a couple games, you know.
Right, exactly. Maybe they didn't watch one season that, let's boycott season. But beyond that, mm-mm.
Mhm.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I love the game too much to miss it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, freedom of speech is what they want to do, what they want to do. They feel it is good for them. You know, not everybody had to kneel. If you wanted to stand, you can stand. If you want to kneel, you kneel. At the end of the day, we're playing a football game. Everybody has their own beliefs. Everybody has, what they want to do.
Yeah, Sharon said, if that is true, why do you think attendance is declining? Because it costs too much.
It costs.
Yes,
That was
way too much
those
money.
type of games.
I don't
And to watch them on Sunday ticket is very expensive.
Yeah, we have it. We have a YouTube TV Sunday ticket.
Mhm.
My husband buys it in June, and he makes like 4 or 5 payments on it because who has $300 or $400 to drop at one time on top of the subscription for the cable network or whatever.
Right.
And it's funny when the tickets are higher, because I've been trying to get some Bear tickets. Trust me, I've been looking, but they're cheaper if I go somewhere else.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So when I try to go to Commanders and Cowboys, those tickets are ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how bad each team does.
Yes.
Those tickets are expensive. But I live here in DC area. So if I buy tickets to go see the Giants or I mean, they're cheap. Nobody wants to see the Giants play. Nobody wants to see. I mean, if the Carolina Panthers came, nobody wants to see the Panthers. So those tickets are super cheap.
And actually, the Bear game that's coming to Commanders is cheaper than me watching it here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. And I could never go to Texas to watch the Cowboys because I just forget it. Doesn't matter who they play. That stadium is just super expensive.
Isn't it weird? We do a lot of takeovers here where people rent buses, get a group, and they do the Chicago takeover in different states. But I went 2 years ago. I was in Detroit. Yeah, Marquita, but we won. It was and it was Thanksgiving Day, so drove out there. Everything, man. You leave your hotel, you walk to the stadium. And I'm a football fan, and I believe in cold weather. I was dressed, I was ready. Got up in there, I'm peeling off stuff. I don't like the dome. It was hot. The grass was real.
Yeah, I think it's the entire experience when you go to the game, right? It's not just about the tickets. When you get in there, they charging you $20 for a beer. They charge you $15 for a hot dog. It's the whole experience, and that stuff adds up. And so, I keep hearing people say how bad the economy is doing, right? But yet,
everybody's at the game.
These NFL owners coming down on these prices, or any other big business people. And so I just think it's the whole experience. And for me, my ultimate goal is to go to the Super Bowl.
Ooh, yeah.
I want to go to the Super Bowl. And if the Bears ever make it to the Super Bowl again in my lifetime, I will be at the Super Bowl.
For you, does it matter who you're going to see, or you just want to go to the? I mean, would you go if the Bears weren't playing?
I would.
Okay.
I would if I could find a situation where it was manageable financially. But if the Bears go, I'm willing to pay whatever it takes to get there.
And that.
Still early in the season.
Yeah. So, I just think that would be such an awesome experience and just being in the environment. But I think, I prefer to watch the game at home. So it just kind of depends on, like if it's the Bears and the Commanders and me and Jim going and we're going to be bantering back and forth, that's cool. But just to go to a Commanders game, unless somebody giving us tickets, I don't necessarily need So I prefer to watch it at home because I'm close to the refrigerator and, I spent $20 on a 12-pack.
Right.
That too. But also I said, because I know Sharon I want to attend the Hall of Fame in Canton, in Ohio.
Mhm.
I'm mad I missed when Urlacher was inducted. Huh?
Oh no, the Virginia State played the Hall of Fame game this year in Canton, and the only reason we didn't go is because they took a bus out there and they left the day we were coming back from Greece or wherever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I would certainly go. Marquita said, "I heard tickets are $5,000 a pop for Super Bowl." Lord
Mhm.
love.
The Super Bowl's in New Orleans this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be nice.
And one of my younger sisters lived there, so I would have a place to stay. Plus, I got a really good girlfriend who lives there. I would have a place to stay. I don't even care about.
You might not have tickets to the game, but I'm sure you still have a ball. I know people who've gone to the
Hey, that's a
where
thought.
the Super Bowl is, but never actually go into the game.
Yeah, that's a thought.
I would go. If I go to the Super Bowl, I'm going to the game. I'm in.
Yeah.
There would be nothing stopping me from being up in that game. I wouldn't care how much the tickets are. But I like it's in New Orleans because I went to New Orleans for a Saints and Bears game. And when I tell you that was one of the best times I've had in my life, those Saints fans, they know how to do it. We lost, but it didn't even matter. I'm still out there talking trash.
Isn't Jalen's a Saints fan?
He a fake ass fan.
Oh wait, we can cuss.
No. Don't make you use those kind of words. He a fake fan. He don't be watching no games or nothing. Child, please. You ain't no real fan if you only watching the highlights.
Oh, you shouldn't even tell anyone.
Right. That's right. Let me see. Sharon said the NFL Hall of Fame was quite an experience.
Right.
Yeah.
And Ira went.
Yeah. We went to the NFL Hall of Fame museum, and we happened to have gone the week after the game. But that's an experience too, just going to the Hall of Fame, seeing all the bus heads and just really finding, your former team, players in there. And it's amazing to me how many Chicago Bears are in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a great experience. And I don't typically like museums. Sharon said Elegance by Jackie. Okay, let's see. Final question. If there was one player.
Oh Lord.
Ooh.
Okay, let's talk about crushes. How about that?
That's same as if there was one player.
What's one player you've had a crush on? I'll go first. Back in the day, I love me some Gary Fensick. I used to have his post up in my dorm room. He played for the Chicago Bears. That was a good looking man. And I like me some Gary Fensick. And every now and again, I Google his name to see what he's doing these days. And he's still great. All right. Jess, you already mentioned somebody you had a crush on.
Well, I mean, it's Jason Witten, number 82.
Okay.
I loved him. In my other living room, I have a plaque for him. Jason Witten, he's my gosh from day one.
Okay.
When he joined the Cowboys, so when he retired, I still, he coaches high school football. Yeah, I Google him too. See what he's doing. He's coaching high school football for his son's team, for his son's high school.
Oh,
okay. All right. What about you, Tracy?
I'm trying to think. If for my team, I'm a Palomalo fan. I love his hair.
I
just want to run my fingers through his hair.
That hair was insured.
What'd you say?
He had that hair insured.
Did he needed
He did
to?
the shampoo commercials.
He needed
Oh,
to. I
okay.
think I'm gonna go with him.
Okay. What about you, Melinda?
Well, I love Ray Lewis. I think he just his charisma and all that. But I really had a crush on Mike Tomlin.
Come on
He's
now.
not a player. He's
Yeah,
He's something.
we
something
made a
else.
comeback.
no.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate
I
is
ain't
in.
Yes, man.
You
Yeah.
didn't say that.
Yeah, chocolate is in. We making a
Mhm,
comeback.
mhm.
You know, he came out of William and Mary down in
Oh,
Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia.
And
Yeah.
I've met him, and I have pictures with him.
Oh, for you.
That's nice.
Lucky.
Look, Kiki talking about I need to look these people up.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't act like that.
Well, Mike Tomlin looks like Omar Epps.
Yeah.
Everybody says that.
Yeah.
Everybody says that.
Yeah, he does. Okay, Jackie, what about you?
Ooh, back in the day, of course, again. It was Walter Payton. It was the feet, the movement. It was the smile, his personality. Because after the game, I like to do the press conferences and just listening to him speak and just to know his journey. And what, oh my goodness. And he was on Soul Train. He can work.
Look, Ron said if I had attended Mississippi Valley State University,
Jerry Rice.
I would have been married to Jerry Rice.
He's frat. He's frat.
Deion Sanders was handsome back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he still is.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He
Absolutely
still has
is.
that swagger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see him years ago on Dancing with the Stars?
Mhm.
No,
Isn't it funny? Football players move a little differently than when the basketball players were dancing on there.
Mhm.
That's because they're tall and awkward.
yeah.
Like, I
Something
mean,
that thick.
football, like the football players have to have the feet. Like Emmitt Smith, he won Dancing with the Stars. He has, I call him the ballerina feet. Like they have the beautiful feet that just move and they're so
like
graceful.
a teddy bear. Also, Pittsburgh, the bus, he did well on there as well.
Yeah, Von Miller, he did good on there.
Okay. Well, look at that. The time has gone by quickly.
Aww.
It has. We can talk all day.
Aww.
And so I want to thank each of you ladies. This was fun. Talking about the football and, so, these men know we about that life.
If you have an extra ticket.
So I'm going to ask you guys to hang in there. I'm going to thank each of you all. Once again, I hope you all enjoyed this experience as well. Sit tight. I'm going to do my What the Hell segment, and then we're going to wrap this up.
All right. Bye.
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 Tracy, Sunday night.
I'll be your number.
Okay, let's talk about what the hell. What the hell is going on? I've been thinking all week about what I wanted this segment to be about because there's so many things going on in the world that just make you say, what the hell? And so I think in this moment, I am going to settle on the vice president's, the candidate's vice presidential debate. And one of the things that really stuck out to me is when Vance said that Donald Trump saved Obamacare. And I just could not believe it. I said, now, I'm used to those two candidates telling us anything and saying anything. But anytime you start just taking credit for something that you did everything in your power to try to dismantle, and then you stand up on the stage and say that your boss was the reason it was saved, it just made me say, what the hell is he talking about? And so when I watched the pundits talk, a lot of them talked about that after the debate. And so, at some point, if all you're going to do is lie to the American people, you just have to stop and ask yourself, what the hell? Why am I prepared to have history document me in this way? Why am I willing to sell my soul for this power. And so, just kind of stuck with me. I ain't tripping over the fact that they don't want to say that Biden won the election, because it doesn't really matter. He's been the president for the last almost 4 years. And so we don't really care if they say he won the election or not. But to really just try to take credit for Obamacare, that just struck a nerve with me. So I just had to sit back and ask myself, what the hell? Thank you all for joining. Let's get into it this week. Our next show is on Halloween. I have a special show lined up for you all, so I hope you all will join me. And thank you for your support. I certainly appreciate it. I hope everyone have a great evening, and don't forget to watch the game tonight. Thank you for joining and participating in Let's Get Into It. I want to thank my special guest for being brave enough to get into it. Without you, these conversations cannot happen. Remember, different viewpoints, respect, and love are the foundations of Let's Get Into It. If there's a topic you think I should discuss, drop me a recommendation. If you're interested in being my special guest, let me know, because we can and will get into it. Have a great day on purpose, and I look forward to your continued engagement and support as we get into it.